Hello, everyone. This is Barbara Iris Sue of Parental World Knowledge. I want to welcome everyone. I don't know what's going on. I was trying to get on again, and I had the same problem. I couldn't get the screen to go up to reach the start button, and this is the second time it happened this week. I was fine every other day, and for some reason the bar is not allowing me to. And it keeps saying I'm off the air. I've been trying for about 30 minutes now. So sorry for the inconvenience. And I don't know what's happening, why this is doing this. This is a brand new computer. And I guess maybe that's why they're changing it to YouTube, because there are so many problems with the Google Hangouts in conjunction with YouTube. So, because this is a brand new computer, this is the best, and I'm having trouble. So there's something wrong, definitely. So I could see why they're eliminating Google Hangouts. I think you need a direct line to the YouTube. Well, at any rate, we're going to be cooking meatballs today with chopped turkey. So I hope that you have some chopped turkey. And if not, if you have regular meat, you can learn how to, I'll still be doing basically the same thing, although I'll make it a little moister with the turkey. And I'm not going to be putting in breadcrumbs as I would with regular meat. I would put a little bit of my whole grain breadcrumbs, but I'm not doing that. I'm going to be putting in just a little sauce, and so I hope you have some tomato sauce. You don't have to prepare it. You could have already prepared if you have that. And you're going to need all kinds of spices like sea salt. You're going to need, I have garlic. And I like to put in lately chives. I'm really and parsley. I'm into that now. And I hope you have cilantro. And I'm going to be putting in also rosemary and some thyme. And let's see, I think that's about what I'd be putting in. I usually put oregano, but I ran out of oregano. And that's the only thing I don't have. In fact, I have oregano leaf, but it's a little bit different. And that I take on a daily basis. It's an herb. It's a liquid herb. But I'm not going to be mixing that into the food. It's very concentrated. It's a lot more in strength than regular oregano. So I'm going to be using all that, and I'm going to be using my oil, avocado oil. So you need that too. And I have a nice purple onion. And I have some scallions. And I also have some peppers. So I'm going to add a little bit to the sauce. I'm going to have just a little, taste of that. So that's what you need for the ingredients. And I hope you have all of that. And if not, well, you watch us another time. It's recorded on Google Hangouts and YouTube, and so then you can watch this and redo. Learn, always good to learn. You can always do later and watch it again. Alrighty, so we're going to start, and I need a nice big pot, and I'm going to hopefully get my porcelain pot. I hope that's clean. Let me just look and see. My son cooks too, so I don't know if he used, I think he did for something. I'm going to use my other one. I have another porcelain pot. I need the lid though. That's the only thing I hope I have. I want the lid to it. Yes, I have. Good. Now, when I say reason porcelain, just in case you don't know, if you haven't watched before, so that it doesn't need so much oil and it won't stick. So that's why I use these porcelain pots. And I had brand new ones, even a little bit better than this quality. And my son used it for something, so I can't use it. But that's okay. This is fine too. I'm glad I have this one. So rinse your pot, always, even from the dishwasher. I know I just ran into somebody. I would have even started sooner. But a former neighbor came on our street, remembered me, remembered my son, remembered my father, and he wanted to still be friends with my son. Like, he knew him, but not real well, because he was a little bit older. He's like maybe 6 years older. So he wasn't real chummy, but he liked him very much. And he liked all of us. So I said, where he can get in touch with him. And then he mentioned he has a best friend that's an architect right here. So it's right near us, a street over. So he's going to introduce him. I'm cooking now, honey. You can't be jumping on me. All right, that's platinums. Cooking. I know you mean well, honey, but I have to cook now. All right? You want to have your turkey meatballs? You got to be a good boy. That's right. Take a nice big bowl. And as my butcher said, keep it moist. With chopped turkey, it dries out. So if you're making meatballs with this, it must be very moist. You're going to need to, if you were making it, either water, a lot of water, or the sauce. And I would prefer to put the sauce. I don't want it watery. I'd rather have it, more saucy. I was making a hamburger, out of the turkey burger. I'd make with a lot of water. I would still put some seasoning and things, but I would still use more water. I wouldn't put sauce necessarily with my burger. And I just took this out, so it's like just a teeny bit frozen. But I'm going to heat up the sauce, and it will be fine. Make your sauce really hot. Well, I went to my interview today. I mentioned yesterday, if you were watching. And I got there safe. The Uber picked me up on time. But then there was an accident. And 20 minutes we were stopped in traffic. And then it took another 10 minutes to get over there. We were like just 2 minutes away. So another half hour wasted because somebody was speeding, obviously, and caused an accident. Wish people stopped doing that. They hit my son's car the other day speeding. We were in the right lane, just pulling out of a driveway. I mentioned this the other day. And there was nobody in sight. All the traffic was stopped. My son made sure he didn't pull out the first time. He waited till everybody was stopped, and this person was barreling down. He never even saw them. If I wasn't in the car, my son wouldn't be alive. It's a good thing I stayed friends with my former husband, and he asked me to go to dinner. He even said he wanted to treat me. So, I mean, if I didn't stay friends, I'm not dating him, but I'm just friends with him. And, for our son's sake. And that's it. So, see, if I didn't, I wouldn't have a son now. So, stop with your anger, everyone, at your former partner, whether it be female, male. It doesn't pay to stay mad. If you did, and you couldn't be with your son or daughter, then they might not be alive, like my situation. So I'm grateful he asked my former husband. And I would put in enough, I would say about, you need at least 2 cups of sauce. Because I'm making a full pot of turkey. And I have already pre-thinned because I was gone all day. I was gone most of the day. I had to, wait for my turn for the interview. And, excuse me, I just want to open this. Sometimes I take the easy way out. I have sauce prepared. I can't, if I'm cooking, doing a show, and I can't do this ahead of time. It would longer if I cooked the sauce, if I started making it in the blender and all that. Okay, so put it on a low flame. And let that just heat up. Put the lid on. All right, now the next thing, while that's heating up, you just want to get that a little bit hot. You don't want it boiling a lot, but just hot enough to add into the meat. I'm going to take the meat. I'm just going to rinse it off a little bit with water. As the butcher said, have it a little wet. But then I'm going to add quite a bit of sauce. That will make the turkey moist enough for the meatballs. Otherwise, it's going to be dried out. All right. And you also need some eggs to keep this together, which I have organic eggs. I forgot to say that before. I'm sorry. I've just been so exhausted the last 3 days being out in the heat. I had to wait for an Uber, and then I had the accident, and another day before that for the Uber. So it's been, and I went to another interview, it's been a rough week. 3 days in the heat. It was 80s and 90s degrees. So I am quite exhausted this week. And start taking a fork and breaking apart your turkey that's chopped. I like to take it out when it's, just a little teeny bit frozen because this is got to be fresh. You know, when you have chopped turkey, it turns so fast. So I leave it in the refrigerator until it defrosts almost completely, but it's just a tiny bit frozen. Because by the time you're making this, it could be standing, and this way it doesn't turn. I mean, it's soft. It's not real hard. It's very little effort to break it apart. And while this is heating up, you could even add your spice. It's not done. It has to be at least, hot. It doesn't have to really fully boil, but it has to be hot. And season to taste. When you put your seasoning, do it to your taste. I don't want to tell you how much because I like it a certain way. My son and I like it a little spicier. And I would put 3 eggs in to hold this together. Depending on how much meat you have, this is a full package of turkey chopped meat. This is about, let's say, 2 pounds. So since you have about 2 pounds, I would put 3 eggs in. I'm going to start putting in all my seasoning. If you have fresh cilantro, you could do that too, but I'm using the herbs. All these are all organic, natural. The cilantro turns, and ours just turned. I'm even going to put some in here because this is not kosher and I like it with the sea salt. And basil, I put a lot. I don't have the oregano. I got the basil. Really delicious. It's all organic. Oh, that is smelling so heavenly. I wish you were here. This is going to be some dinner. I love meatballs if they're really good like this. Not too heavy on the garlic because I found out garlic is a hybrid. And so that means it's not as fresh as the other organics that I'm using. So just for taste, put some, but not a lot. Mix it in for seasoning. Yeah, your sauce should be ready. Yep. It's not full boiling, but it is boiled. It's already boiled. Because I mean, once it's from a jar or a can, you have to do that or you get botulism. So, it doesn't have to be a rapid boil. It just has to be boiled. And my stove is very fast, so maybe yours is going to take longer. Mine takes half the time because I have power boost on my stove. So yours might take longer, just keep in mind. So mine could take instead of 12 minutes to boil, mine takes about 6. So just so you know, I just want to make sure. Now you can pour in, I said there's 2 cups, so you're just going to pour in about a half a cup. So that's all you need to put in this, about a half a cup. If you have measuring cup, great. If not, you can even use a regular cup, which this is exactly 8 ounces. Now, depending on how dry this is, because, if it has mostly meat, this does not look fatty. So it's not going to be wetter and juicier from the fat. So you might need to use a little bit more sauce. I'll see when I mix it, but I'm going to put a half a cup right at this point. You have to go by what your chopped turkey is. It's a little different than using regular meat. Regular meat, you wouldn't want too much sauce because it would be too mushy, the meatballs. I like them dry, my meatballs. But with turkey, it's going to be drier. You have to mix it extremely well. Okay, now I'm going to add the eggs. The organic eggs. These are extra, let's see, these are grade A large, and I think I had extra large. I'm going to use the grade A large. Three of the grade A large. These are organic. You can even rinse them off if they're, sometimes the eggs break, you just don't want it too sticky, so I use rinse them off. Tap on the side, it's easier to open that way. Make sure your eggs are pure, no blood in them. If they're ever blood, don't use them. Mix it well with the egg. Now you're going to form your meatballs. Rinse your hands off first if you have the egg on it. sure you put your sauce back on. Make sure you recover your pot. You should be cooking this about 30 minutes to set the timer. And you can make this with kamut pasta. I have some kamut pasta already prepared. I'm going to have it with that. Okay. Now I'm going to add a little oil. Two tablespoons of avocado oil. I'm going to cover it, and I'm going to start now cutting up the onion. I just raise it a little bit so the oil will get hot. I get now my purple onion, and I also said a scallion and some pepper. So that's the three things that I want. I got my cutting board. My son, he keeps using it, but I managed to wash it. And he didn't use it this morning, thank goodness. We have two boards. He comes and uses one in the morning, one in the afternoon. I need to get a third board. That's all that is. I must get a third board. Oh, he likes to cook. That's good. And I just want to put my eggs away. Especially in the heat, can't be leaving them out. And I'm going to need my onion, and I'm going to need my scallions, as I said, and my pepper. I'm going to need my, there's another onion. Oops. Got everything I need. One onion. Nice purple onion. Get a good paring knife. Always wash off the vegetables first. Purified water, just like with the meat. It's a good paring knife. And I'm cutting now away from me. I would put it on the stove, but right now I have, let's see if I can move this. You want to put it while it was hot. So I just put the sauce that was hot in it. Always cut off the ends. Cut off the bad parts of the onion. Peel if you have to, a number of layers. Whatever it is. Sometimes it's one layer, sometimes it's a few. Pretty nice onion. Not much marks on that at all. I'm going to slice it away from your cut. I'm going to rinse it again because the onion is pretty dirty on the outside. A little bit you get on the inside too. Squeeze off your vegetables. Get the water off. Now, if you ever wanted to make porcupine turkey meatballs, you could add rice to that. I would use only a whole grain rice, enriched rice. I wouldn't use just white rice. If you have an enriched rice, that's much healthier for you. Could even put in brown rice, but I would prefer the white enriched rice. It would taste very good. And if you wanted to stuff peppers with that, you could do that too. You could put the rice in and then put it inside the pepper as opposed to just cutting the pepper, which is what I'm going to do. And I, wish the camera could come over here. I can't, I can maybe bring that over later, but I can't while it's cooking. I can't take this off. I want it to continue cooking, but I will when I get done. I'll open up that lid and show you. They puffed up nicely, the meatballs. They were, because this is very dry meat. So even though it was, I didn't put in breadcrumbs and it was a little moist, it puffs up. It puffs up and it's fine without the breadcrumbs. But like I said, only a half a cup of sauce, for 2 pounds of the turkey. And I didn't add water, I just rinsed it off with the water and shook it off because I don't want to have water in my, the taste of that is not good for meatballs. For a hamburger, yeah, because the hamburger is going to get more dried out, being it's on direct fire, high fire, with oil, cooking. And you try to make your hamburger crispy. So, it's different than meatballs. You're not necessarily want your meatballs a little done, but you don't want the meatballs to be like a hamburger, very well done. You don't want it like that. You don't want it grilled. You want your meatballs to be firm and just golden brown, but not like a hamburger. So there's a difference. My son likes the peppers thin. I like them a little thicker because, see, when you're cooking, they tend to get too limp if you make it too thin. But So he likes them. So I cook them for him. I get some scallions and I'm done. Now I'm gonna put in my scallions. As I said yesterday, if you were watching, cut off the white part. It's the green part that you eat. And if you need to cut off the top part too, you can cut off the top part. Because in the summer, you know, things just wilt. I wouldn't want the top part. And we will wash this extremely good. Please wash it really a lot. Separated. Scallions are very dirty. Squeeze off, forget the water off. Turn the meatballs over. Beautiful. Put the lid on. And I'm going to be almost done with the show because I started about 5:30 and let's see, 6:30 almost now. Yep, it is 6:30. Okay, so I'm going to just show you, since it's been a half hour, but it's taking a little longer for these meatballs. I want to show you though. It's coming out beautiful. Here's my meatballs. You can see it. It needs to be a little more on the bottom. What I want to say, a miraculous healing prayer for everyone in the world. There should be peace, good spirit, good strength, good health for everyone. Amen. God heals 100%. I just do the prayer. And you have a good night or a good day. I hope you enjoy having turkey meatballs like I do. And like I said, if you're making regular meat, put in the breadcrumbs. You can put in, rice too, or if you don't want the rice, but you need that. Alrighty, so have a wonderful night or day again, and thank you for referring people. Keep doing that. And in addition, please call us 973-736-1637. Schedule a time to be on the air with us. And, we'd love to have you. It's free of charge. And in addition, don't forget, shop for a cause from Macy's. You get a free antique piece of jewelry or a free energy scan, which I just analysis of whatever is your mind or body problem, and you get immediate energy and focus. Take care. Have a great night or day. Bye now.